Boy, this is so interesting. Gemini and Chat GBT. Oh, hey, you got me talking to myself. This is Cheryl Johnson, and I'm an artist, and I've been exploring AI and wondering.
Will AI, artificial intelligence, make you happy?
Everyone wants to be creative and happy. How about you?
Johnson, and I'm an artist, and I've been exploring AI and wondering what I could do with it. So I went to Gemini, and I thought, wow, that's really interesting. This is a new AI app. Used to be called Bard. I kind of like the shorter name, but Gemini is great. And I decided to write a quick prompt. That's what you do when you get to Gemini. You write a prompt and tell it what to do. So I said, write a short Instagram caption about living alone and being an artist and finding the inspiration to paint. And I said, use Cheryl Johnson Artist. The reason I did that is I have a lot of content out there on the web, and I have created blogs and different sites. And so Google and Gemini and all those AI apps go out there and source content from all the things they've been gathering across the world. And so they went to my sites in order to write it. So this is how it came out. Living in my studio sanctuary.
Surrounded by canvases and a symphony of colors. Just like Cheryl Johnson says, my art reflects the world around me. Hey, I'm not saying an AI writes better than I do, but boy, does it give you a great start and you can correct it and change it. So try AI. Artificial intelligence is here to stay. You might as well just adapt to it and go forward. Hey, but let's get back to the real world. I'm an artist and not a technical person. AI? Should I be messing around with this AI stuff? Remember, you're an artist and it's all about painting.
My art reflects the world around me. That means I'm influenced by the world around me. I have a beautiful home and I have beautiful property with a forest, which I walk in frequently. And I do that and take lots of photos to be inspired from my secret forest paintings. My style of art is really, truly varied. I've been painting for 40 years. Let me show you just a few of my paintings. I've done realism in my early years. I painted beautiful children. I painted portraits. I painted my grandmother. Imagine that. Then I got on a kick that I painted movie stars. I painted Katharine Hepburn. Boy, did I love her. She's a glorious actress. And then I just kept painting. And then I had many multiple shows, one woman shows. And then I kind of got distracted. I didn't know what to paint because so many different styles of my work sold. And I have to tell you the truth. I mean, listen, I love to do everything. I love to create and I love to experiment. And so consequently, I have many styles out there. But if you're a young artist, let me share with you this tip. Pick a style that you really love and develop a body of work about that. Because if you are a watercolorist, define and refine and develop your skills, and then paint watercolors and get a body of work. If you're an oil painter, get your oils and paint a body of work. What about the subject matter? Now that's where it gets tricky. I love landscapes, but I also love people and I love abstracts. So I paint it all, but it's kind of been a detriment in a way because when people go to my site, it's kind of like the kitchen sink. Everything's in it. I mean, there's so much in my portfolio and gallery that you kind of get lost. So it's been difficult for me to brand myself in a specific way. So that's one of the things I encourage you, even if you're a professional artist or a beginning artist, to decide on what you want to focus on and find your niche or your specialty. So I'm a landscape painter. I'm an abstract painter. I use watercolors. I paint with gouache. And oh, hey, I also decided I'm a great teacher. And so I developed an art lessons now site. And if you go out there, please click around at the links below. I developed an art lesson site and I have very reasonable lessons out there for you. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you right now, they're only $35 for an hour worth of lessons. And it's something you can't afford. You know, we change our prices and so then our videos go out of date. But for right now, in 2024, the price is $35 for a lesson. And I show you in my studio how to paint a painting. For example, this one, Allure, I sold to a collector in Italy. And after it sold, I had several more requests to paint in that style. So I decided, hey, I'm going to create a video in that style of abstract paintings to help professional artists and new artists to paint in an abstract way. And so I created a video. Let me play a little clip for you. I believe art is about sharing your passion and emotion and creating something to you that is impactful, says a story, or is beautiful. This is Cheryl Johnson, Art Lessons Now, and I'm getting ready to share with you some snippets from the creation of this painting. Jim Wildman and myself are building art lessons on artlessonsnow.com, and we encourage you to go out and see the lessons and the PDFs and ebooks that we have available for you. And in this brief scenario, we're going to show some of the pieces of the lesson. The name of this painting is actually Allure in Blue. The first painting was called Allure. And the reason we created this painting is, now this is the exciting news. I sold the painting to a client in Italy. And before I boxed it up and packed it off and never had an opportunity to look at it close up, I wanted to create a complementary piece to it and share with you how we created the different elements. This painting is more about space, color, values, and using different methods for applying our paint. We've masked off areas. We've used a brush. We're using latex and acrylics and oil paints and also pastels and oil crayon. And we're about experimenting and creating and sharing those techniques with you so that you can paint along and create your own version.
Do you want to learn how to paint abstract art that has buyer appeal? I hope so. So that has just been a snippet from our lesson, and I'll leave a link below. Hey, hold on. What does all that have to do with AI, artificial intelligence? Can AI help me be a better artist? That's the question I want to know.
Okay, we're back. That was kind of fun. That was interesting. So make sure you go to artlessonsnow.com. But I'm getting ready to do a series of short lessons because I still am a teacher and I'm still experimenting no matter how old I get. But now I'm experimenting about AI. So I use AI and I'm going to figure out how to write a script, a blog, and create many elements with AI. And I'm going to share those with you. So first of all, decide which AI platform you want to use. There's Gemini, which is Google. There's ChatGPT, and there's hundreds of apps. So before you spend a lot of money on all these apps, go try the free ones first and figure out what you want the AI to do. What I found is really great is that they write descriptions for your paintings. In fact, Singulart, they have an AI built into their platform where you can put your content and they'll help you write a description. Is that cool? Boy, thank you, Singulart. And I've sold paintings on Singulart, so it's a wonderful platform to sell your art. I also sell my art on Saatchi. Hey, it's another great platform.
I love Saatchi art, and I've been featured on there, and I've sold many paintings. A lot of artists don't like to sell on these big sites because they hate to pay the commission. But hey, I'd rather sell than not sell, wouldn't you?
I also sell in Zatista. Haven't heard of Zatista? You need to go there. I think it's pronounced Zatista. I also sell on Artfinder, which is a site out of the UK. So there are many places to sell your art. Now you think, well, shoot, they take so much commission. Well, yeah, they take a commission, but if you were going to have a show, and I'm telling you, I just had a show, and I had to get a truck, I had to pay for the truck, and I had to load up my paintings, I had to go hang the show, and it cost a lot of money. I mean, and it took a lot of time, and it took a lot of energy. And then because it was in show, the gallery charged 60% commission during the show. Yes, I sold, and I was fortunate. But sometimes you'll do all that work and you'll have sales that won't offset the money that you've spent. So there's many ways that you can share your art. You can go to street fairs. You can buy a booth. I'm not a big sitter. I love talking to people, but I don't like schlepping anymore. So I really am not an art fair person. I used to be. I used to sell at art fairs, and that was great. So if you're a new artist, figure out your niche, figure out your style, figure out what colors you like to paint, and then figure out the tools that you'd like to use. So this is Cheryl Johnson, and I'm an artist, and I paint almost every day because you got to keep up your chops. You got to keep defining your style, and you got to keep exposing yourself to art of others. I spend a lot of time on Google, looking at Google Arts and Culture. What a great place to see art. And I also peruse galleries. If you want to know what's selling, Google what are the top galleries in the United States. You'll find sites like Marion Goodman and Levi Gorvey and Pace. I mean, there's so many out there. And you can see what's the trend of what's selling. Don't follow the trends though, because follow your niche and you will become the trend. So this is Cheryl Johnson. I'm an artist, and I hope you've enjoyed this little snippet video. Hope you pursue your passions and have more joy every day.